Coming up on Mountain News this morning, it's been over a week since Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, was reported missing. And a Kentucky bill that addresses affordable housing in the Commonwealth is gaining momentum in Frankfort.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green here with you on this Monday, February 9th. The time is now 6 o'clock, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmond for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, you said it was pretty nice outside, so I have a question.
Okay.
What is your favorite outdoor activity?
My favorite outdoor activity, probably taking a nice walk outside, a stroll. What about you?
I'd have to agree. I like that.
Yeah, it's
I like
nice.
the sunshine.
Yeah, nice sunshine. Now, we're not going to see crazy amounts of sunshine today, but it's definitely an improvement of the forecast, and that's something that you could look forward to. So let's break into it. This morning, looking at some clouds hanging out and about, but by the afternoon, we'll be seeing some mostly sunny skies peeking out in that forecast. This morning, a tad on the chilly side as well. I mean, we're talking 20s, 30s, which is about where we should be for this time of year. Some teens still hanging on as you're traveling towards West Virginia. The afternoon is where it gets nice, though. I mean, we're talking 50s for many folks, mid to upper 50s even for our four southwestern counties, and seeing some chances for mid 40s as you're traveling more towards our far north. Overall, though, not too bad of a forecast at all. We'll stay nice and dry throughout the day, hitting those high temperatures around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame. And just as I mentioned, plenty of sunshine by the time we're heading into the afternoon. So I'm definitely looking forward to maybe taking a stroll later today. Neely.
Sounds good, Megan. Thank you. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly car crash in McCreary County. Troopers say 60-year-old Daryl Ball was driving westbound on Wilburn K. Ross Highway near the 600 blocks in Stearns Sunday morning. His car left the road. Troopers say Ball was ejected from his car when it overturned, then hit a tree. The McCreary County Coroner's Office pronounced him dead on the scene. Troopers say the investigation is ongoing. 2 people were airlifted to the hospital after a four-wheeler crashed in Rockcastle County. The Mount Vernon Fire Department says it happened on Sinking Valley Springs Road Sunday morning. Fire crews had trouble getting over a hill where the people were because of icy roads. Crews say they had to do a rope rescue to get them safely onto the helicopter. We're still waiting to hear how they're both doing. Fire crews are reminding everyone to use extreme caution during icy conditions. Quick actions by the newly hired Monticello Fire Chief saved a man's life. The fire department says their crews were called to a fire at this house on Tennessee Avenue. It was Chief Cody Reagan's first fire call. An elderly man was still inside the smoke-filled home when they arrived. Chief Reagan quickly rescued the man from inside the house. The man was taken to the hospital for treatment, and crews worked to put out the fire in the home. Only one room was damaged. Investigators are covering new ground more than a week after the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie disappeared. Police have not held a news conference to share updates since Thursday. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports from New York on the latest developments.
This is one of 2 gas stations in Tucson, Arizona that investigators visited, asking to view surveillance footage, according to CBS News sources. Pima County Sheriff's deputies returned to the home of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie this past weekend, where she was last seen 9 days ago. Drone video appears to show them searching a septic tank. They also revisited the home of Annie Guthrie, one of Guthrie's 2 daughters, where Nancy ate dinner last Saturday night.
We received your message.
Her other daughter, Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie, posted another video on Instagram, pleading with her mother's abductors for her release, flanked by her siblings.
This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
We turn to you, Lord, in our hour of need.
Guthrie's abduction was a focus of the Sunday service at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church in Tucson. Her absence from church last weekend triggered a search for her.
We pray for Nancy's rescue. We pray for her release. We pray that she would be brought safely home.
Guthrie's neighbors are sharing the same prayers.
Tucson is a beautiful, nice, calm city, and for something like this to happen, it's horrible, horrific.
Investigators are trying to authenticate ransom notes sent to media outlets. One of them set 2 deadlines. The first one has already passed, and the second is today. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Investigators also removed a camera from the roof of Nancy Guthrie's home and towed away her car. No additional news conferences are currently planned. Actor Timothy Busfield has been indicted on child sex charges. The 68-year-old is facing 4 counts of criminal sexual contact of a child. He's accused of engaging in unlawful sexual contact with 11-year-old twin boys. Busfield denies any wrongdoing. His wife, actress Melissa Gilbert, has publicly expressed support for her husband. Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr is defending his decision to turn against his Republican colleague Thomas Massie. Barr endorsed Massie's opponent Ed Gallerin for the Kentucky District 4 congressional seat. The office Massie has held for 13 years. Massie is at odds with President Donald Trump, making him a target for Republican candidates who need Trump voters. Massie has continued to oppose the president, fighting for a balanced budget and the release of the Epstein files.
We need a majority in the House of Representatives where members of the House Republican Conference are voting with President Trump, not against President Trump, and they are voting with the Speaker and with other Republicans as opposed to collaborating with Democrats.
During his remarks at the National Prayer Breakfast last week, President Trump complained about Massie's recent no votes, calling him Rand Paul Jr. Massie fired back, saying the president was calling him names because he stands up for the promises Trump made to the American people. A Kentucky bill that addresses affordable housing in the Commonwealth is gaining momentum in Frankfort. House Bill 333 passed the Kentucky House. This would aim to remove regulatory barriers for faith-based organizations looking to develop housing, warming centers, and shelters. The small-scale developments are limited to only 24 housing units, and this is the only and this is only for properties owned by religious institutions prior to January of this year.
The bill requires after housing developed under these authority remain affordable for a minimum of 15 years. Affordability is defined with using established federal HUD standards and enforced through a recorded deed restriction.
Shelters still need to act in accordance with fire codes and safety requirements. The bill now heads to the Senate for review. Having multiple DUI arrests could prevent a person from buying alcohol. That's according to a bill filed last week in the Kentucky General Assembly. Phil Pendleton spoke to those who filed the bill on what it would do and why it's very personal to one of them.
House come to order. Members, proceed to your seats.
The legislature has passed a number of DUI-related bills over the last few years, and supporters say this one aims to prevent offenders from buying the product that can cause them and others so many problems.
For a 2-year period, your driver's license would be red tagged to indicate no purchase of alcohol at the retail or commercial level.
The bill is modeled after a recent one in Utah that received a lot of attention on social media.
My thought is after the 4th offense, it's pretty clear, I think, to most people that that person has a life-controlling issue.
The bill is sponsored by both Flannery and Representative Mitch Whitaker, who has a personal connection to the problem of drunk driving.
Yeah, my mother was killed by a repeat drunk driver in 2010.
Jonathan Anderson was convicted in the death of Gwendolyn Whitaker in 2011. He was sentenced on manslaughter and other charges in Letcher County.
I miss her every day. You know, this is a crime that shouldn't have occurred. I should still have her here if it weren't for someone's personal decision.
The red tag will be placed after the 4th offense, which in Kentucky also becomes a felony DUI offense. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The bill was just filed last week and has not been assigned to a committee yet.
And temperatures all across the United States are seeing some widespread temperatures. I mean, we're talking -2 degrees right now in Pittsburgh. That's the colder air that's been sitting over us for the longest time. But look towards Oklahoma City, Memphis, those 40s. That's the warmer air that's going to make its way into our region as we're heading throughout the day. So let's break down those temperatures as we're seeing a mixture of the 20s and 30s, but you'll notice warmer for our southwestern counties and it's colder for our northeastern counties, still hanging on to 19 degrees in Logan. We head into the afternoon and that trend still exists. We have the warmer temperatures for our southwest, seeing some 50s, and the cooler temperatures for more of our northeastern counties in the 40s. Neely.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. After a dominating performance, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl 60 champions. We have that recap.